Hey guys, what's up? Angry K9 here with another Minecraft video. Today is Monday, February the 25th, 2013, and I am on the Realms Minecraft server. And today I'm going to go over to the spawn area and take a look around. I've been doing some work in various places around the server here. I moved all of my farms and things down to my lower level. I have a rather large sheep farm and cows and pigs and chickens and everything in an area underground. So I moved the melons and the pumpkins that I have down there and the wheat farm and everything down there. And I cleaned all the stuff up that was up here, took it all out and added these paths in and put some trees in, a little bit of landscaping and things. I just wanted to make it look a little bit better. And I like the way it turned out. Got a nice little broken path here, gravel and cobblestone. And this path that goes up to our main path here. Now I had to move these steps over. They originally were lined up directly with the door to the ender portal, but they didn't match with the steps over here, so I wanted it to just go straight through. So I moved all the steps over. It wasn't that difficult. Added a couple of trees here and there. Used a lot of bone meal on the ground to get some grass. I used to really not like having a lot of tall grass around, but I don't know, here lately it just kind of, I guess you could say it's grown on me, no pun intended. But anyway, I'm going to head back over to the little spawn area. We hadn't really done anything with the spawn area at all. At one point in time I built a little building over there that I called the spawn shack, and added some chests in there, put various tools, weapons, and food in there, which was intended for anyone new to the server to have some things to start out with. And I went the wrong way. So and that's pretty much all it was. But I went ahead and marked out the protected area. I do have spawn protection on, and I marked out the protected area. And I haven't done anything with the spawn shack yet. I want to basically tear it down and build a new building, but you can see I've done some more landscaping over here. As I said, I did mark out the protected spawn area. That's what this box is here. Everything inside this cobblestone and stone brick box is protected. Only an operator can destroy it, and I am not an operator. I do have an operator account, but I don't, that's really cool. I don't use that account for regular play because, well, honestly, the temptation to cheat and use the give command is just too great sometimes. So I stay in a non-op account. But yeah, I set up a portal here and did a little bit of landscaping, added some trees and things like that, and these torches on fence posts in various locations to kind of light it up. Built a little pond there. Still needs a little bit of work, I think. Maybe a little more sand around the edge, but I don't know. It's not really bad. I have one problem. I tend to overthink things, and sometimes I just don't know when to quit when I'm trying to add detail, and I overdo it and make it look, well, bad. But yeah, this was the original spawn shack, and like I said, I want to tear this down and build some new buildings here. I'd really like to build the spawn area up, have a nice little spawn town here, maybe get some of the other guys on the server to build small houses around here outside this protected area. But I've been looking at more of a modern style, kind of I'd like a modern building. You can look, I think Corrales actually has several modern style homes that he builds in Minecraft, and I've seen quite a few, but I haven't really seen anything that I like that would fit this purpose here. For this shack, you really don't need anything large. I don't need anything large, I should say. I keep forgetting I got that pressure plate there. But yeah, I don't really need a large building, nothing really bigger than this, but this is just a square cobblestone box essentially, and it just looks really dull. And but as I said, I've got some starter gear here, some tools and torches, and over here we have some weapons and armor. All the bows are enchanted with power 1, and a lot more swords than we actually need, but you can never have too many swords in non-Minecraft. And got some food over here, and this is all intended for, anyone who might be new to the server. Haven't really had anybody new come to the server lately. I did invite one person, and I think he came onto the server once and hasn't been back since. But yeah, it is what it is. You can see my Space Needle over there. So yeah, it's not too far from my base. So we'll run back instead of running through the portal. Another thing I want to do, fill in some of these holes over here, but I want to build kind of a dock area along the shoreline here, and maybe build some small houses, village-like structures, and just kind of build up this entire area. We got a nice large area here that I think would be great for a nice spawn village, spawn town, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, that's some of the plans I have for the server here. So I guess that's really all I want to say for this episode. I hope that I can start kind of a let's play / let's build series. I do everything in survival mode. I'm a survival player. Some of the other guys, they like to stay on the creative server. But as far as I'm concerned, creative mode is really only good for, trying things out before committing the resources in survival, and that's really all I use it for. I don't spend a lot of time on the creative server, so that looks really cool at night. I've actually built a slightly different version of that on the JL2579 Cube Hamster fan server. You can see that one in some of my other videos, and I've been thinking about maybe updating that one to reflect the differences in the one I built on that server, but it's not really important. It's really just there for looks more than anything. I think it looks cool. You get a better look at it from a distance, but I don't know, I like it. It's a lot better than the original Space Needle, as I call it. It's a lot better than the original one that I made. That one was basically just well, stone, really. Stone circles, stone all the way up. It's really plain, really dull. I actually have it in a single player world still, a single player world that I don't ever really play in anymore. Maybe one day I'll put that on video and show you the difference between that Space Needle and the original one. Like I said, that one looks a lot better than the original one. So yeah, as you can see, I got quite a few plans, and actually that reminds me something I just set up the other night down here in my lower level. Which side is it on? Aha. Project wall. Every base needs one. So these are some of the things I want to do. I want to put in some piston doors in the zombie spawner. You saw my zombie spawner tower. Maybe you did. But down in the spawn room, I have just a wall, and a wooden door leading into an observation area. And it's doesn't really, with the door there, some light gets in, and I think it's affecting the spawn rates. But on a co-op server I was on, I built a piston door, basically. Well, it wasn't anything fancy. It just used a T flip-flop. You hit the button, the door opens, and it stays open. You go in, you hit the button on the inside, the door closes. I want to put something like that in here. Enchantment station configuration. Where's my enchantment station? On the other side. I've recently changed the layout of my books too. Essentially what I want to do is have maybe some switches over here on the walls, and you flip the switch and the bookshelves will change. Some will, sink back into the wall. Basically so I can get different levels. Right now I could get up to level 30, but I like to enchant things at different levels, get some low level enchants on things. I found sometimes when you're enchanting books, you get some pretty decent enchantments with lower levels. Originally what I was always trying to do is, I would enchant a book at level 30 and hope that I would get, something like efficiency 3 or efficiency 4 or unbreaking 3 or something like that for tools and weapons. And well, it's pretty random as to what enchantments you get. So I found out, or at least it seems to me, that enchanting some books at lower levels and then just combining those seems to work a little bit better than hoping that you get the good enchantment that you want on the first shot. So that's basically what that's for. Build up the spawn area, we already talked about that. Faraway Isle, Rounder Star, basically what that is, and I keep saying basically, that's something that really drives me nuts. Essentially what the Faraway Isle is, on the original creative server that the RMC guys had, actually is another word I say too often. I had built an island in the middle of the ocean. It was, well, just a round circle with some smaller circles attached to the side. But I did some landscaping on it, added trees and the tall grass and things, and spent quite a bit of time on it, and it really turned out good. I really liked the way it turned out. Yeah, I was thinking about building that on this server as well. But if I do it, I'm going to wait until after version 1.5 comes out in case there are changes to terrain generation. I built the same thing on a single player world, and this is actually the same one I was talking about earlier where the original Space Needle is. And I really don't play that world anymore because I started that world in version 1.2.5, and since that version there have been several changes to the terrain generation algorithms, and with MC Edit I had modified some of the chunks around the area, and in the newer versions, having deleted some of the chunks nearby that island, which were originally in the ocean biome, the biomes changed, essentially is what I'm trying to say. And yeah, so the island isn't in the middle of the ocean anymore. There's a large landmass very close to it, and it just kind of really ruins the feel of what I call Faraway Isle. What I mean by Rounder Star is the original island was round. It was a circle, but I had seen something on the JL2579, or as I call it, the zip code hamster server. I had seen a large star-shaped structure on there that I thought was really nice. I don't know who built it. I really wish I could find out, but yeah, I thought maybe instead of building Faraway Isle round, I might build it in that same star shape. And I also would like to try and recreate that star-shaped structure from that server somewhere on this server. Not really sure where, but I've got plenty of territory. Spider farm for Spider Eye. I have a zombie farm. One of the other guys, actually two of the other guys, have skeleton farms, but we don't have any spider farms. Now I do have the mob murder machine, as I call it, on this server, and all that really is it's Ethos design. The spawn room with the 4-way mob evader is all Ethos design, and it brings them up to your standard lava blade and kills the mobs. But you don't get spider eye from spiders unless you kill them manually. Kill them, and a lava blade will not produce any spider eye at all. And since that is kind of an essential ingredient for brewing, so that you can have fermented spider eye, I thought it would be nice if we had a spider farm, just so we can get some spider eye. I do have a spider dungeon that I've found, and I've marked the coordinates down, so that's another idea I have. And public mob farm, on the JL2579 Cube Hamster fan server, they have a massive public mob farm on there that I really liked, and I would like to build something like that. Probably not as large as that one, because we just don't need one that big on this server, but a scaled down version of it. And there's some caves. A couple of the other guys have their base over there, and they have several caves under their base, and they're not really well lit. I don't know if I can see. Yeah. Do I have... I don't... Okay, well, anyway. Yeah, we run over here, you'll be able to see their base, their castles, their structures. But they have, and there's one of them, the other one's behind it, back there. But they have several caves. There are a lot of caves under this area here, under both of these structures that are not lit up. And because of that, it is adversely affecting the spawn rates here in my mob grinder. And as you can see, there are no mobs there at all. And we can run down here and take a look in the spawn room. Hopefully there aren't any creepers down at the bottom of this ladder waiting for me. I do have it half slab, but you never know. Okay. Well, that explains a lot. There's a torch there, and there shouldn't be a torch. I wonder how that got down there. Huh. Well, we need to get rid of that. And this skeleton is here just waiting for me to come through that door. There's a zombie in gold armor. Well, I'll give it a shot. Hopefully there aren't any creepers. Well, there seems to be a glass block missing anyway. Speaking of creepers, oh no, that's a zombie. Well, yeah, exactly what I did not want. Time to go. Let's close that door. See what I mean? That really scared me. I was not expecting that. I mean, I guess I was, but then I wasn't. Anyway, let's try that again. Creepers. I hate creepers. Go away, skeleton. Yeah, that's what I thought. And here come the spiders. Oh, that was funny. Okay, now that's better. That might help. I don't know how that got down there. And I need to get a glass block there, but yeah, so that's something else that I'll have to do here in the near future. It's another place I'd like to put the piston doors. Down here at the bottom of this ladder. And the reason why I would do that is because then I could have the area at the bottom of the ladder lit up, and then have a wall here with a piston door. I just hit a button and the piston door opens, and on the other side there'll be another button to close the door. And that way I won't have to worry about, you know, if somebody was down here and maybe broke out some glass like this one here is missing. If maybe they broke out a couple of pieces of glass and maybe there might have been a creeper standing down here, or if an idiot like me goes down there and opens the door and a creeper comes around the corner like it did earlier. I got lucky that it didn't explode, but you know, I may not get that lucky the next time and have to do some repair work. So let me put some of this stuff away. It looks like I got a potato too. And I have an infinity bow, so I don't need 13 arrows. Get rid of some zombie flesh, and I think that's really all that we need to put in there. But yeah, anyway, you can see, as you saw, we were just down in the spawn room, and the mobs spawn down there, and they eventually walk off into the water channels, and that carries them to the 4-way mob elevator, which brings them up here to the lava blade, where they meet a fiery doom, and any drops that they have fall down into this water stream here. And yeah, it looks like the rates have picked up quite a bit since I removed that torch. So yeah, and then pick up their drops here, put them in the chests, and this is a public area. I mean, you know, anybody who needs any of this or wants any of this is free to come along and take whatever they want. And I don't remember. I honestly don't remember if I put those fence posts there like that. I thought I had just a couple of blocks there, but maybe I did. My memory isn't what it used to be. So yeah, as you can see, the drops come down here, and I love watching this thing. Drops come down here, I pick them up and put them in the chest. And unfortunately, every time I come over here, I get completely obsessed with picking up drops. That's one thing I don't like about the lava blade, though, is, you know, that skeleton had an enchanted bow, and those always get destroyed. They never get dropped in lava blades. I guess they're kind of like the spider eye. They won't drop them unless you kill them manually. They are rare drops. But, yeah. And I am spending far too much time here picking up. And I just turned that arrow wrong, upside down. There's a couple of guys on the server like to do that every once in a while. They come into my base and flip all the items in my item frames around. It was kind of funny the first 20 times, but after about that, it got kind of old. Constantly having to spin the items back. And there was one last sign on the project board, and I don't remember what that was. So I'm going to go down here and take a look at it again. And that was update the Space Needle. Well, we already talked about that. I was thinking about it, but still not quite sure if I'm going to do that or not. Really, the only difference is I just used more nether brick half slabs. When I built the Space Needle originally, those were not available, but since they are now, I made some changes to the original design, and I don't know, I think it really turned out great. You can see what I'm talking about if you look at my video, the JL2579 Cube Hamster fan server series, the Space Needle. So yeah, those are some of the ideas that I have, some of the things I want to do here. A lot of the other guys have been kind of busy just, you know, with other things. I think one of them started playing Skyrim again. A couple other got them back into, I really can't talk. A couple other guys got back into World of Warcraft. It's 4:13 a.m. and I haven't been asleep yet, so you have to, you know, kind of bear with me there, stumbling over my words. But yeah, I mean, I'd kind of like to start a video series here and just kind of document some of these projects here, and more, like I said, maybe kind of make a little bit of a let's play / let's build kind of thing. And I don't know, hopefully maybe it might generate some interest in some of the other guys and get them back into Minecraft. Kind of gets boring being the only one on the server all the time, but it is what it is, I guess. So yeah, we'll not really sure which one I want to start with. I can't really do the piston doors until version 1.5 comes out because the T flip-flop I used doesn't work in the newer version. So I have to modify that. I actually already have, it was Asuma's pistonless T flip-flop, and I do have a fix in place for that, tutorial video up for the fix. Essentially all I did was add a pulse extender. Is it a pulse extender? A pulse limiter? Pulse extender. No, it was a pulse limiter. They changed the timing, I guess, on the stone buttons, and they I guess the timing is about the same on the stone buttons as on the wood buttons now, and his T flip-flop doesn't work as is, so I put a pulse limiter in between the button and the flip-flop, and that fixed it. So that's what I need to do. So I want to wait until 1.5 comes out before I put in the piston doors. The enchantment configuration station, that's probably what I'll start with, because that's probably the easiest. Oh, one other thing. I guess I missed this one. The Minecraft-like arena. A lot of you folks that follow some of the Minecraft guys, like BOO, Generic B, Etho, you'll know BOO, and I believe it was Arcus, and well, several other members of the Minecraft server had built this large, impressive arena, and I kind of thought it would be neat to build something like that. I don't want to duplicate it exactly, since it wasn't my design, but I was thinking maybe a large arena very similar to it would be kind of neat to build. It'd be a great project and a long-term series, I think, a video series. And I know a couple of the other guys on the server, they like to build, but they just can't really, they build something and then they just really have trouble finding inspiration for another project. And sometimes if I start building something large, a massive build, I've noticed that they kind of get involved. So I mean, that's my overall idea, is to try to get the guys re-involved in the server and get the guys back into it, maybe even get some more people on the server. I don't really want to go public with this server, so it is a private whitelisted server, and I don't really do the whole application thing. If I meet someone and I like the things they build and I like their general attitude, it's a good possibility they may get invited to the server. Actually, there is one other person on the JL2579 Cube Hamster server that I'm considering inviting to this server. I don't know if he'll come or not, but it'd be nice to have some people that play every night on the server and actually have an active server again. But we'll see how it goes. But yeah, those are the things I have in mind, just some of them. And if I have any more ideas, I'll put them on this side or maybe this side. I've got plenty of room for projects, plenty of room for ideas, so we'll see how it goes. Like I said, I'll probably start with the enchantment station configuration. That seems like it'll probably be the easiest things to do. And what I'll probably do is I'll have some sticky pistons behind these bookshelves here, and I'll have switches on the wall, and depending on what level of enchantment I want, I'll just flip a switch and move some of the pistons back away from the enchantment table here. This will probably be the only one that doesn't move. This will probably be the only one that stays, because I mean, I can get, with one bookshelf you can get as low as level 1. I'm thinking I'll probably have 2 switches over here, 2 switches over here, and a set of 3 pistons here and a set of 4 there. One switch will pull those back, one switch will pull those 3 back, the other switch will pull those 4 back, and the 4th switch will pull those 4 back, and this one will just stay in place. That's one thing I could do. It's also possible I could put the switches here on the floor, have 2 there, and have 1 for the back, and then have 2 there. But I really don't think I need to worry too much about this one. I think it's fine the way it is, and so I think it'll be unnecessary to really put that one on a piston. So yeah, quite a few ideas, quite a few things in mind, and I think it's going to be fun. I'm going to try to do a video series, several video series on the different things. I want to do videos on these projects and any other projects I come up with, and I'm also thinking about maybe starting a single player let's play kind of thing. I've been wanting to do that for a while, but I want to wait for version 1.5 to come out and start fresh with a new map and things like that. You can probably tell that I am quite new to making videos in YouTube, so I'm still kind of getting a feel for this kind of thing, and I'm getting better. At least I think I am. I think I'm a lot better now than I was in my first couple of videos. I did a lot of test videos that are not available to the public and will never be available to the public, and I just kind of wanted to get an idea of what it's like to do this. It's not easy. I have to admit, it's not an easy thing to do. It's not difficult, but it's sometimes it's difficult to think of what you want to say or how you want to say it in a manner that a majority of viewers will understand. You might tell sometimes I kind of get a little tongue-tied. I might say the wrong word, or I might mispronounce a word or something like that. That's something else I'm trying to work through, trying to get used to talking and just letting it flow, let it come out smooth. And but probably not a good idea to do it at 4 a.m. with no sleep. But speaking of sleep, I think my spawn was set. Oh, new version of Optifine. I think my spawn was set somewhere else, so now it's set here. That looks really cool. So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to keep your interest, and hopefully you'll keep watching my videos. And I'm hoping that I'll be able to work through any issues I might have, and maybe one day, yeah, right there, I forgot what I was gonna say. Something else I need to work on. Okay, anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you liked the video. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And stick around. We'll see what we can do, see what we can build, and all the other fun stuff. Call me Angry Canine, and I'll catch you later.